they've done to you. Dealing with narcissists can be challenging, but you can prompt them to reconsider their actions using 10 effective strategies outlined in this article. Part 1. Embrace your amazing life. When confronted with a narcissist and the objective of making them reflect on their hurtful behavior, the most effective approach is to start living your best life independently. This entails surrounding yourself with individuals who genuinely care about you and treat you with respect, rather than exploiting you for their own gain. Consider yourself the protagonist of your own story, not merely a supporting character in theirs. Don't feel guilty about progressing in your life. Instead, socialize with friends, partake in enjoyable activities, and prioritize your happiness. You understand that you deserve better and that your happiness is worth focusing on. Take a moment to breathe and commence living your best life without them. This is a powerful way to convey that their hurtful actions will not define your well-being. Your happiness is paramount, and it's time to place it at the forefront. 2. Strive to be a more compassionate person than they are. Narcissists are willing to harm others to achieve their objectives. To elicit remorse for their hurtful deeds, outshine them with acts of kindness and compassion. Rising above their negativity can shake their self-centeredness and insecurities. You don't need to be a perfect saint at all times. That's an unrealistic expectation. Simply aim to be kind whenever possible. It may take some time, but eventually they will realize that their cruelty no longer affects you. Moreover, the challenging experiences you've endured with them have contributed to your emotional resilience and wisdom. Concentrate on your personal growth. It will assist you in maintaining composure, even when dealing with a difficult narcissist. 3. Demonstrate confidence by asserting yourself without reservation. It is crucial to employ a proactive stance when interacting with a narcissist. By expressing your firmness and refusing to be manipulated or controlled, you unequivocally communicate that you will not tolerate their maltreatment. Narcissists attempt to place the responsibility on others and present themselves as victims frequently. It is imperative to resist succumbing to their strategies. It is necessary to take action if you are consistently belittled and ridiculed. Oppose their mistreatment. It is difficult for them to find individuals who are prepared to tolerate their conduct. They lack the merit of your companionship or loyalty if they are incapable of exhibiting respect or benevolence. By exercising self-assurance, you protect your own value and effectively convey that their conduct is unsuitable. 4th, embrace independence and confidence. The maintenance of self-assurance and autonomy may prompt narcissists to consider the harm they have caused. It becomes more difficult for others to cast doubt on your self-worth when you have confidence in your own capabilities. This does not indicate arrogance. Instead, it signifies that their endeavors to diminish your sense of importance will be in vain. When they come to the realization that their callous tactics have been rendered ineffective, they will experience remorse. The value of independence is equivalent. Your satisfaction and validation should not be dependent on the narcissist. They frequently attempt to convince you that your happiness is dependent on them, but this is not the case. One is capable of discovering pleasure according to their own standards. 5. Make self-care a priority. Self-care is of the utmost importance when interacting with narcissists and urging them to reconsider their damaging actions. Make self-care a priority by recognizing and regulating your emotions so that they do not become overwhelming. Maintain your physical health through the consumption of nutritious foods, regular exercise, and sufficient rest. In order to alleviate tension, indulge in pleasurable pursuits such as strolling or receiving massages. Spend time with family and colleagues who are supportive in order to strengthen your emotional foundation. As one's self-assurance and state of well-being improve, the narcissist's ability to exert control diminishes. Greetings to the audience. 80% of you have not yet subscribed, did you know? Kindly contemplate endorsing and subscribing to this video if you perceive it to be of any assistance. Your support is extremely valuable. We will now proceed. 6. Cease the need for apologies. Dealing with a narcissist can be an arduous task. They excel at making you believe you are the one at fault, even when they are the ones behaving poorly. To prompt regret for their actions, cease apologizing. When you apologize to them, it's akin to granting them permission to continue mistreating you. They aim to convince you that you are the one who is irrational, an unfair manipulation. However, they are not the victims. They are the ones causing harm. It is their responsibility to acknowledge it. Do not succumb if they attempt to make you feel guilty again. Resist apologizing or justifying yourself when it is unwarranted. Doing so relinquishes control over your life to them, which is not your intention. Stand up for yourself. Do not allow them to manipulate you with guilt for their actions. Keep in mind, you're not the one who should apologize when they behave badly. 7th, disconnect entirely. A pragmatic strategy when attempting to elicit contrition for the detrimental deeds of a narcissist is to entirely disengage from the interaction. Instead of allowing their negative and noxious behavior to affect you, establish a distance and allocate time for yourself. Invest in your personal development, surround yourself with empathetic family and friends, and maintain a safe distance from the narcissist. The realization that you are no longer responding to the provocations of the narcissist induces introspection within them. They commence reflecting on their transgression and the void that has filled their lives in your absence. Their confusion may result in them eventually approaching you in an effort to beg your absolution. 8th, concentrate on your objectives. When interacting with a narcissist, effective strategies are required. It is crucial to maintain emotional composure in the face of their harmful behaviors, as they derive sustenance from your reactions. Regaining control over your life requires that you shift your attention to your pleasure and well-being. Ignore their endeavors to manipulate you and refrain from engaging in their mental games or disagreements. Reducing their influence requires engaging in positive activities and surrounding oneself with uplifting individuals. It is imperative to establish and maintain unambiguous boundaries that effectively communicate your refusal to tolerate unacceptable conduct. Bear in mind that the primary aim is self-preservation and the preservation of authority, not the pursuit of retribution. Maintain your determination and resiliency on the path to contentment. 9th, eliminate flattery and compliments. Complimenting a narcissist will only serve to reinforce their negative behavior and bolster their ego. It could be interpreted by them as an admission of their maltreatment. In order to elicit contrition for one's actions, it is crucial to refrain from rewarding one's ego with compliments. Instead, implement a different methodology. Illustrate your assessment of their outward appearance by highlighting their errors and flaws. This may elicit unease within them, given that narcissists frequently conceal insecurities at their core. Do not yield to their persistent attempts at manipulation. Refusing to allow them to dictate one's self-esteem is what is crucial in liberating oneself from their influence. Remain determined and do not allow their detrimental conduct to dictate your sense of value. 10. Resist the pull of their demands and expectations. Dealing with a narcissist can be challenging. They are manipulative, persistently pushing for their way and employing various tactics. When you disagree, a sound approach is to stand your ground and resist their demands. It's a demanding endeavor, but a worthwhile one. If they pressure you into uncomfortable situations, clearly say no and adhere to your stance, They will eventually tire of their efforts. Establishing boundaries is crucial. It is an act of self-care, not selfishness. Explicitly articulate your comfort zones and elucidate why they are important. If they disregard your limits, feel free to disengage without lengthy explanations. Remember, you owe them nothing, and you possess the right to protect yourself. Do not yield to their manipulations. If they have been unkind, maintain hope. You deserve respect. By not yielding, you move closer to a brighter future. By employing these strategies, you can prompt a narcissist to rue their actions, liberate yourself from their grasp, and prioritize your well-being. Do not allow them back into your life. If you found value in this video, we encourage you to support us by liking and subscribing for more insightful content. Don't miss the opportunity to explore another engaging video right here. When empaths revenge, here are 10 cruel ways empaths do to narcissists. Welcome, everyone. I'm delighted to have you here, eager to impart some valuable insights. Today, I'll unveil the top 10 strategies that can unsettle destructive narcissists when confronted by empaths. Before we dive into the juicy details, it's important to stress that the information I'm about to share is intended for individuals dealing with emotional abusers who inflict trauma and abuse, not for those facing dangerous or potentially violent individuals. If you find yourself in such situations, prioritize your safety by seeking immediate assistance from medical professionals, the police, or other trusted authorities. Never compromise your well-being or that of your loved ones. Now, with this vital message delivered, let's delve into our subject. Get ready to explore the tactics and characteristics that can leave your narcissist rattled. Take notes as I dissect everything you need to know. But wait, before we move on to the next strategy, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive weekly updates brimming with more valuable tips to enhance your life. Number 1. Steer clear of getting caught in the midst of their conflicts. Narcissists thrive on chaos, drama, intensity, and having an easy target to vent their self-hatred and guilt upon. They perceive their victims as emotional punching bags, and their blows can be relentless. But what if you opt not to engage in their disputes or react emotionally to their verbal assaults, criticism, or projections? What if you respond with a neutral expression? By refusing to be ensnared in their web of toxicity, you become a less vulnerable target. The narcissist will experience frustration and helplessness because they can no longer manipulate or control you, which is a positive outcome for you. Their attempts to erode your emotions will be in vain, leaving them devoid of an outlet for their negativity. Number 2. Display indifference to their issues. Have you ever encountered someone so engulfed in their own problems, rumors, and conflicts that you felt compelled to jolt them back to reality? Well, that's precisely how a narcissist operates in their life. They yearn for attention, dominance, and a position of power, using various tactics to manipulate your perception of them. But what if you simply act as though you don't care? What if you demonstrate that their baseless beliefs hold no sway over your thoughts, emotions, or actions? Picture the bewilderment that will sweep over them when they grasp how little significance they hold in your life. Visualize the frustration they experience when they can no longer manipulate or sway your emotions. As you focus on living your life, achieving your goals, seeking happiness, and attending to your own matters, their control over you unravels. Therefore, demonstrate that their problems, their attempts to affect you, and all other schemes they employ carry little to no weight in your world. Number 3. Unmask them to others. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, expertly crafting facades to deceive others and presenting themselves in the best possible light. But what if their carefully constructed image were shattered in front of an audience? What if you exposed their falsehoods, exaggerations, or their true lack of competence? Consider the fear that flickers in their eyes when directly questioned and their incapacity to respond without revealing their authentic nature. Ponder the chagrin they experience when their flaws or errors are publicly revealed. By doing so, you strip away their power over you and unveil their genuine selves. Their ability to dupe or manipulate you, as well as others, becomes obsolete as everyone witnesses their true character. Hence, do not shy away from addressing them directly, laying bare their true essence in the presence of others, and refusing to tolerate their dishonesty and manipulations. Stand your ground and make it clear that you see through their lies and stratagems. Number 4. Recognize their authentic self. What if you ceased to be ensnared by their intricate web of lies and confronted them with their true identity? What if you refused to accept their contrived narratives and declined to be manipulated any further? By challenging their emotions and personal stories, you are essentially proclaiming, "I discern your deceptive claims and manipulative ploys." You signal that you will not permit them to deceive you and that you can fathom their actual intentions. But how can you achieve this? The next time you encounter a narcissist disparaging someone or weaving a narrative designed to elicit sympathy, dare to interrogate their account and make it explicit that their lies will not pass unchallenged. This disrupts their game, leaving them uncertain about how to proceed, as you refuse to participate any longer. Number 5. Reflect their disrespect. What if you mirrored the same level of disrespect they constantly bestow upon you? What if you made them feel insignificant and turned the tables on their behavior? A potent means to counter narcissists is by treating them with contempt and scorn. By mirroring their actions, you convey that you refuse to be manipulated or mistreated any longer. You will no longer tolerate their judgments or criticisms. But how can you execute this? First and foremost, resist allowing them to dominate conversations or undermine your self-esteem. Uphold your resilience and assert yourself. Make it plain that you will not endure their self-centered conduct and that their efforts to intimidate you are no longer effective. Number 6. Pay no heed to their presence. What if your response to their manipulations was one of laughter or a dismissive glance, clearly conveying, "You can't be serious"? Neglecting them can diminish their power. By refusing to take their narcissistic behavior seriously, you deny them the attention and respect they incessantly crave. You show that their narratives and schemes wield no influence over you. Nevertheless, be cautious and observe their reaction. When they craft intricate tales and embellish their stories, they may become unhinged when their attempts at manipulation fall flat. Number 7. Unwavering honesty. Narcissists harbor an insecure self-image and excel at manipulating others. What if you opted for unwavering, unfiltered truth, even if it stings? What if you fearlessly shared what they genuinely needed to hear, regardless of whether it aligned with their desires? Being brutally honest with narcissists can be a potent method to unmask their true selves. When you confront them with the unvarnished truth directly, they may begin to unravel. Narcissists disdain hearing realities that undermine their grandiose self-image, especially when it contradicts their inflated perception of themselves. Display courage and articulate what others may shy away from voicing. Observe how their facade crumbles when confronted with the repercussions of their actions. Number 8. Complete disengagement. Narcissists derive pleasure from their carefully constructed self-image. But what if you saw through their facade, uncovering their true fragility, insignificance, and worthlessness? You can erode their power by penetrating their illusionary veil. When you perceive their underlying vulnerability and understand the emptiness of their self-assured worth, it's game over for them. They realize you've seen through their act, exposing their weakness. They can no longer uphold the pretense that all is well. Number 9. Apathy. Exhibiting indifference towards their presence can be an exceptionally effective method for weakening narcissists. By withholding the attention they yearn for to boost their ego, you can drive them to frustration and simultaneously deprive them of the validation they desperately desire. Despite its difficulty, it's well worth the effort. Though the silence may feel deafening, it is imperative to persist. Trust me, enduring their attempts to manipulate and control you is a far more challenging path. So, pay no heed to their demands and observe as their power gradually wanes. Number 10. Departure. Choosing to walk away signifies complete detachment on all fronts. It conveys the message, you are no longer of consequence, and I no longer invest my concern. It involves redirecting your focus, energy, care, and attention away from their narcissistic supply. It means putting an end to any further communication with them. I understand that this is not a mere game or a simple task. I recognize that it's easier said than done. Nonetheless, believe me when I say it is attainable, and it's indispensable for your own well-being. I hope this discussion has provided you with valuable insights. If you found it beneficial, please consider giving it a like and sharing your most significant takeaway. And if you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay informed about future video releases throughout the week. Always remember your worth and how to free yourself. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.